SpaceX, a company founded by Elon Musk, is a frontrunner in aerospace technologies, and the company is working hard to perfect their new spaceship rocket. They're developing a completely reusable launch system capable of returning astronauts to the moon and allowing humanity to colonize Mars in multiple ways. Welcome to Future Tech Zone. Today we'll take you through the SpaceX new Starship launch tower. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and hit the notification bell icon to get updated with everything on future technology, Elon Musk, or SpaceX. SpaceX envisions a future in which a Starship could be used as a point-to-point mode of transport on Earth. The launch mechanism will be made up of a Starship and a super heavy rocket that will take off from stage 0 of the Starbase. Mechanical arms will be installed on the launch system and all ground support equipment, including the 400-foot-tall orbital launch tower. Using the robotic tower, engineers will be able to load the 160-foot-tall Starship spaceship atop the 230-foot-tall super heavy rocket that will carry it into orbit. It is the world's tallest launch vehicle, rising above the Statue of Liberty in New York. In addition, the Starship Super Heavy will be the most powerful rocket ever built. On Wednesday, October 20th, SpaceX employees in Boca Chica Village installed the Mechazilla arms to the 400-foot-tall orbital launch tower. The Mechazilla arms will aid in the development of the Starship launch system in the coming year. The highlighted image shows the most recent set of arms installed on the tower this week, as captured by local resident at Lab Padre, who has cameras monitoring SpaceX's Starship progress. The tower is outfitted with chopstick-like arms that will grip the massive super heavy rocket and Starship as they descend to the launch pad. The corporation will be able to reuse the vehicles in less than an hour using this method of retrieving spacecraft, which is incredible. SpaceX will attempt to capture the largest ever flying object with robot chopsticks, Musk said last month. Success isn't guaranteed, but excitement is. SpaceX has yet to release an official image of how the rocket will be captured. According to an incredible rendering by @ErkXSpace on Twitter, SpaceX may catch Starship and Super Heavy with Mechazilla. Musk stated in response to the render animation that it is very similar to how the cars would be captured. Arms and boosters will move at a faster rate. In response to the video, Musk stated, "The quick disconnect arm will keep the booster stable for the shipmate." The Starship will also be captured by Mechazilla. As with the booster, there are no landing legs. Those are only needed for the Moon and Mars until local infrastructure is established, he adds. Elon Musk, the company's CEO, detailed earlier this month how the company hopes to pull the new Starship rocket into place using a massive arm dubbed Mechazilla. The arm will also aid SpaceX in catching the spacecraft once it has landed, potentially allowing the company to achieve its most ambitious goals, such as launching the same spaceship 3 times per day, implying the possibility of establishing a city on Mars by 2050. The Starship is a completely reusable rocket capable of launching more than 100 tons, or 100 people, into space at the same time, and it's one of the most ambitious components of a spaceflight project that's already breaking new ground. The ship will support all of SpaceX's current missions, while also laying the groundwork for more ambitious goals like a moon base or a Mars city. The vessel under construction, with a height of 394 feet and a liftoff force of 16 million pounds, could become the tallest and most powerful rocket ever to fly. While the scenario is already visually stunning, Mechazilla has the potential to enhance it significantly. According to NASA, the fixed service structure at the Kennedy Space Center's Launch Pad 39A, which is used for rockets such as the SpaceX Falcon 9 and NASA's Space Shuttle, is nothing new. From the ground to the top of the lightning pole, it's 347 feet long, and it has 3 swing arms that allow access to a shuttle parked on the pad. It's ideal for astronauts to escape in an emergency. Some die-hard fans have even drawn cartoons of how they envision the Mechazilla working, but SpaceX has bigger plans for the Mechazilla. The company must declare its intention to use the launch tower's arms to catch the extremely heavy rocket as it returns to Earth by December 2020. Elon Musk unveiled SpaceX's latest plans to increase flight frequency by significantly reducing turnaround time in January 2021. To capture first-stage boosters as they return to Earth, a new launch tower was required. This would eliminate the need for landing legs on future extremely heavy rockets, as well as the possibility of future Starships returning to Earth. Mechazilla is the most common name for the launch tower next to the Starship launch pad. The launch pad is located at the company's Texas Starbase, where the rocket will make its first orbital flight later this year. Musk came up with the idea in response to a tweet from animator Eric X, who asked if his most recent render of a Starship landing next to its launch tower was as precise as usual. Musk responded on Twitter, writing, quote, "We're going to try to capture the incredibly heavy booster with the launch tower arm using the grid fins. Taking the load saves mass and money on legs and allows for the rocket to be quickly placed onto the launch platform, ready to fly again in less than an hour." Ground crews recently stacked the launch tower capturing arm at SpaceX's Boca Chica launch pad in South Texas. The area is now complete, and crews can begin installing hydraulic systems, fuel lines, and other components on the tower. The tower is currently about 145 meters tall. That will transform it into Mechazilla, as Musk has affectionately dubbed it. This was most likely a reference to the Mechagodzilla figure from the Godzilla film franchise. The most recent comes from Eric X, who tweeted on October 20th, 2021, stating that he will use the completed structure as the starting point for his next animation. The animation, titled quote-unquote Maxilla, less than an hour turnaround, depicts a fully operational tower catching a spent Super Heavy booster that has just returned from deployment and transporting a Starship to orbit to the launch stand. SpaceX has also been working hard over the last few weeks, completing the final portion of the launch tower catching arm. An intriguing addition was added to the launch tower, which was later outfitted with multiple large pulleys. That gear will most likely be used in a high-powered pulley system that will be used to lift and capture Starships and Super Heavy boosters by pulling the arm carriage up and down the tower. So far, Musk has promised a turnaround time of less than an hour and confirmed that future Starships will be retrievable with the same or similar equipment. Is very likely if and when Starships begin flying people between large cities on point-to-point journeys. Musk has promised that once the Starship is approved for commercial flights, a service will be available. SpaceX, on the other hand, is planning to launch a fully stacked Starship Super Heavy rocket into orbit for the first time this year. They do not, however, plan to use a launch tower arm to capture the rocket during the initial flight attempt. According to a filing with the Federal Communications Commission, the Starship orbital test flight will take off from Starbase, Texas. The orbital spaceship will continue to travel between the Florida Straits, SpaceX said in a filing statement to the FCC. On August 6th, the company stacked the launch vehicle for the first time during a fit test. It was unstacked so that the spacecraft could continue to prepare for its pre-flight tests. Since we're talking about Mechazilla, let's hope the Starship's massive orbital arm can capture and assemble Starship rockets as well as extremely heavy boosters. SpaceX is getting ready for its first attempt at orbital travel. The Federal Aviation Administration has yet to approve the company's launch license application. Because the administration is currently conducting an environmental assessment of the Starbase launch site, it is unclear when the massive rocket, with its 29 methane fuel Raptor engines, will take off. It will be the first time SpaceX has used more than 3 Raptors on a single flight. The Starship SN-20 will be outfitted with 6 Raptors, and pre-flight testing has already begun. Engineers installed and tested a single RVAC engine designed to propel a rocket through vacuum. Every day it brings us closer to the beginning of the Mars colonization mission. Some of us just can't contain their excitement. What about you guys? Let us know how excited you are in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell icon to get updated with everything on future technology, Elon Musk, or SpaceX. Until next time.